great to see you. I missed you.
I was only gone one day.
It seemed like forever.
Yeah. Well, I understand you had some really good guests on, and you had a really good take on things from an LA broker and from a couple of local brokers and agents that I'm going to have to go watch the show myself because I missed it.
Oh yeah, you'd enjoy it. The gentleman is, my guest was really good and informative. So if anybody missed it, they should definitely take a look at it.
And just for those of you that didn't see it, Ruthie told me the guy is an investor and has a lot of Las Vegas investment property. So not only is he an LA broker, so he has that perspective, but he has the perspective of being an investor here in Las Vegas with real estate here. So that's a good perspective. That's who I want to talk to.
Yes, yeah. And I think we're going to reach out to and get more guests as time goes on, because I know we're not boring, but people might get tired of seeing just the two of us.
Well, we do have one major refrain that you and I are in agreement on, and it's that what is the final outcome of all this craziness? You and I talked about that. What do you think then what's this gonna all mean in the end?
Well, my perspective, from a positive perspective, is that I think we're all learning a lesson from this, and that's the good news. We're taking a bit of a hit, but we can take it. You know, when the going gets tough, the tough get going, and we just have to keep going and keep learning. And there's so many new things that we can take out of this, and actually this is going to make our future better. So we're like going to school right now. You know, we're paying to go to college. This is a school of hard knocks, and we're paying a little bit of a price. But in the end, I truly believe that we will make more money in this industry because of this little blip we're going through. How about you, Jimmy?
I definitely think it's forcing us to learn some tools that have been out there for a long time that we have totally ignored because we kind of got stuck in our rut. And if you haven't read the book, Who Moved My Cheese by Spencer Johnson, this might be the time to get that out and dust it off. Good morning, Marie. And read that book, because it's all about when change comes from outside, how do you deal with that? I mean, we all know the serenity prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I think what you just said is very wise. This is a time for us to learn from this, change our habits, change the way we do business, and come out of this smarter, better, faster, more serving, because the internet took away some of our value. We used to have to find houses for people, and then they went on the internet. Now we can go show them the houses without them having to drive across town. It's a major change.
Yes, it is. And I was thinking this morning, you know, it's a major change in our entire life. And so I went online and I thought, you know what, I look at myself in this camera every day, and I thought I need a facial. So I got some apple cider vinegar. It's called organic raw unfiltered vinegar, and you mix it with this really cool stuff called the Aztec Secret, and then you put it on your face for like 20 minutes. And I've done it before, and it really works, and I can't wait, because I think my face needs a little lift. You know,
Wow.
if anybody wants a facelift, this stuff really works, and you can buy it on Amazon, and they give you a little bowl and a spatula. They give you the whole 9 yards.
I know what the cider vinegar is, but what's the other one?
So this is called, let's see if I can, let me get Sisolak off the screen.
Okay.
Hold on. Hold, please. You know, I'm a producer. If you saw the desk I'm working from, I'm a whole TV studio here.
Yay.
So hang on. There we go. Hide that baby. Okay, here we go. Now maybe you can see it better. So
Aztec. It's called Aztec?
Yeah, Aztec. Oh, my light's shining on it.
Aztec Secret.
Aztec Secret. There you go. Health and beauty. It's the Indian healing clay. And if you know me, I love everything that has no preservatives, nothing that's toxic. You know, the skin is your biggest organ, so you don't want to take in toxins. I don't use any lotion. I'm just really careful about that. My whole family died of cancer, so I've always been very careful not to put things, and I've read up on it all my life, you know, how to live to 104, maybe more, but that's my deal. And then, you know, I'm looking at myself and my roots are showing. Well, just so everybody knows, I've never gone to a beauty shop to have my hair colored. So I use Nice and Easy. Okay. And I just want everybody to know, you know, you don't go to beauty shops. This stuff really works. It's like $10. It takes 25 minutes. And tomorrow I won't have these little roots showing. And hopefully my face will be lifted.
Well, if our people don't recognize me next week, it'll be because I got this Aztec cream over the weekend. I'll look like a new guest speaker here. We'll see. We'll see.
We got to make lemonade out of these lemons, I'll tell you. The stats are interesting. To segue back to what we're here to do.
Okay.
So yesterday, okay, gotta get my John Elton glasses on here. Somebody said they didn't like them.
I love them. I love them. I think
you.
they're great. I really do. I love them.
Thank you. Anyway, single family homes, townhomes, and condos. So for the past 2 days, there was 138 closings, and yesterday, of that 138, there were 59. And there's 5,724 available homes, 610 available townhomes, and 1,068 condos. And here's some really good news. I mean, the closings are good news. Just listed, there were 68 single-family homes listed yesterday. There were 7 townhomes listed yesterday. Yes, townhomes, and 16 condos listed yesterday. So 92 homes came on the market yesterday. And yesterday, I like to do for 2 days, and then it averages out usually. Mm-hmm. So for 2 days, there was 112 homes that went under contract. Yesterday, there were 57 of that 112. So I'm just kind of watching the numbers day by day to give everybody a comparison. So we're still like holding in there. It's about half of what we're used to, because normally, Jimmy, if you remember, 104 is our number. Mm-hmm. For daily, but now it's like 57, so that's half. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's not bad. And then the other thing that I really like is, first of all, our prices aren't moving.
Right.
They're not moving. Last year was $325 average price for the first 9 days of April. This year, the first 9 days of April, the average price is $332, and it's still hanging in there. So month to date, we're still at $332. Let's see, the other interesting thing. So last year, for the first 9 days, 87 homes sold by iBuyer platforms in the top 10. So what I'm saying is, I do the rankings by transactions. So the top 10 transactions, 87 of those were by iBuyer platforms. In this year, there's only 24. So if it were half, it would be, what would that be?
It would be 43. It's 25%.
So they're going down about 25%, which is what I found.
75%.
75%. Yes. Yeah. And that was the same thing I came up with the other day that we talked. So that's the good news. And if everybody doesn't know why, it's because these iBuyer platforms are being funded by the hedge funds and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they're pulling their money out of the stock market, and they're not funding these iBuyer platforms. So they're sitting back and holding on to their money. So we'll see what happens, because I think it's a fantastic opportunity for everybody to, here's a Mike Rossman. Hi, Mike, an old agent of ours, a young agent of ours, flying high. He's a helicopter pilot. But anyway, so it's a great time for us to just get out there and make ourselves more present than we have in the past, so that if these hedge funds come back in to fund these iBuyer platforms, that we're out there. We're out there. Yeah. Hey, Cammy.
Ruthie, I want to talk about Sisolak for just a second, if that's okay. I know you had him up on the screen here.
Yeah, let me put him back up here.
Newscast yesterday. Let me show you this. This is a book. Play the ball where the monkey drops it. And,
I like that title.
It's a rule in golf. There are some golf courses that are overrun by monkeys. And if the monkey takes an interest in your ball and picks it up and runs around with it, wherever he drops it, that's where you play it. Now, I'm not calling Sisolak a monkey, so don't hear that. But he's moving our balls around.
Move your head up a little bit, Jimmy.
Okay, there you go. How's that? Is
that
better?
There, that's okay, better.
Thanks. He's moving the balls around. And we don't get to choose when the monkey picks up the ball. We get to choose our response. So we're going to have to change how we're doing business. We've got to keep really focused on what am I doing that's working, what am I doing that's not working, and what am I going to do next? How do my strategies change? Because I have been telling agents to do open houses. Up until yesterday, there were only 3 states that prohibited open houses. Well, we've now added to that group. Sisolak said, point number 6, you can't do open houses until the end of this month. April 30th is what he said, unless they change it. So for the next couple weeks, no open houses. And you can watch his news conference, but that takes like 45 minutes, or you can just read it. It takes 3 minutes to read it. It's not that long. But the things that affect us in real estate are in section 6. It's very quick to read. But I know that if somebody's moving my cheese, and somebody's going to move my cheese, it's not just the governor. I mean, the iBuyers came in and moved the cheese. I mean, I was talking to agents about what impacted the business. Oh, it's these new business models. So the cheese is always going to get moved. There's a saying that the great aim of education is not knowledge, but action. Now that I know this stuff, what am I going to do with it? That's really the question. What are you doing?
Yes, absolutely. And I think that we should do a test and show people how easy it is to get a client online. So Jimmy, when we do these Be Lives, and I think what I'm going to do next week, and maybe you and I can do this role playing in our TV studio at the office.
Great.
We can show people how easy it is to do this platform, which you can do, you know, with a potential buyer or a potential seller. And all I do is I send Jimmy the link. Like I sent Karen the link, I sent Steve Wolf the link yesterday, and all you have to do is click on that link, make sure, you know, and make sure you're on Chrome, and here we are. And so you can be having this conversation with your buyer or your seller. And over here, like when I show the pictures, you can be showing pictures of houses. You can be showing the contract that they're going to send them to the seller to sign. We need to start, you know, we're out of the box, so we got to think out there, right?
Well, Ruthie, you know, I'm a customer for Agent Formula, and I have been for 3 years. Do you know why I signed up for Agent Formula?
Why?
Because your buddy Tom Leshevsky, he caught me at the tech forum, and he said, you got to sign up for this Agent Formula. I said, Tom, can you really legitimately tell me that you've actually gotten business from this technology, all this? And he said, yes, I have. I said, for real? He said, yes, I have. Plus they have support groups, they have all this other stuff. But if it's going to get me business, I'm going to use it. And I'm embarrassed to admit, I've been a client for 3 years. I haven't taken advantage of the tools in there. And so now I have some time on my hands. I'll come to your studio. You can beat me about the head and shoulders with the ruler or whatever it takes to get my thick head around the idea of how do I actually monetize and what activities should I be doing? Because it is a great website. It's got great videos on it. It's great content, and it's already built, and it's ridiculously cheap. I mean, here's a shout out to Agent Formula. If you're not on it, you should get on it.
Yeah. Just go to agentformula.com and click the subscribe button. Yesterday, Kane did a Zoom, or not a Zoom, he did an online class showing people how to use our new, we have a new CMA, comparative market analysis system, that we just launched this week. And it actually, if somebody requests what's my home worth, it starts an automatic drip campaign, email campaign out to those people. And so you're constantly going to be in front of them then without you having to do anything. And they're going to get the monthly, which is now almost a weekly blog into their inbox. So they're going to see you. And that's only one small piece of the puzzle. You've got to reach out to these people on a personal basis. You just have to, and it works, and it works. And I love that what we're doing works. And yeah, we just it's a great deal. I mean, it's a great deal. And we've been doing it for 10 years, so there's tons of content. And now we even do daily blogs. I think yesterday, hold on, everybody. I have it here. We did a blog yesterday about how technology is enabling the real estate agent. You probably can't see it, but if you go on our Agent Formula site under blogs, you'll see it. How technology is enabling the real estate process. And so this is helping agents, if they send this out to their clients, how their clients can understand how we're going to do real estate depending on how long this lasts. And I think we're going to do real estate like this into the future too.
Well, we've had this online scheduling of appointments for a while. We've had that agent showing desk and all that so some of this we've had, but again, I'm embarrassed. I'm what they call a late adopter. There's early adopters, and then there's the mainstream people that get in there. So there's a whole series of how change happens. And the innovators come before the early adopters, then the early adopters, then the masses. I'm one of those late adopter guys. I'm really slow to the party. But I understand if I want to do business, if I want to stay in this business, I've got to adopt these tools. And you're putting them out there for us. Thanks. I appreciate it.
And Jimmy, we have to shout out to everybody. I created an ad for us. We're going to be doing the investor talk class on Monday, and we're going to do it in a Zoom. We've created our training room to be a TV studio, which is really cool because me and Jimmy can be on the screen together with the PowerPoint behind us, and then all the people that are registered and participate in the class get 3 CE credits. The division has approved us to do this. And so we're just going to rock and roll with our TV studio and Zoom and having you all participate. And we have built-in mechanisms that know that you're watching, because that's the only thing that the division requires, is that we monitor and make sure that you all are actually there for 3 hours. Now it's me and you, Jimmy, and then we have Kane in the background, right? He's monitoring who comes in and out. So we can't have intruders coming in and violating the system, which I know Zoom has had a problem with, but we've taken care of that because we're having somebody monitor who gets in our studio. So I'm so excited about all that.
Well, and there's a download they need to do when they sign up. They need to get the download, because if they don't have the worksheet, they're going to be lost in the class. The second hour of the class is actually going through the numbers and analyzing an investment. And we'll take a fourplex here in Las Vegas, a model, and we'll just run through the numbers. And once you've run through it once, it's way less confusing. That's Monday, and it is CE. It's classroom CE. So it's not just CE online, it's classroom CE, and that's what it counts for. But I want to talk about this for a second, because this is also coming up. Brian Buffini's Pathways of Mastery starts in about 8 days.
Yes.
It's Friday the
17th.
Friday the 17th from noon to 2. And it's only going to be a very small group of people, but it's going to be very intense. And of all the training I do, Ruthie is going to help me with this. We don't get any money for this. This is totally for you guys. It's totally agape love, or however you say that word. But there's nothing more important. You know, there's a guy that said, education is not filling a bucket, but lighting a fire. And
I love that.
Brian Buffini lights my fire. I don't know if I should say that on the but the guy lights my fire, man. He's got, I watched his podcast yesterday, his broadcast. He said, you know what? I've been home 17 days now in a row. I've been home 17. The only time I went out was I had to have a secure line to talk to the secretary of HUD. But other than that, and he said, you know, I have 6 adults living here with me, and a daughter-in-law or something, and my wife. So they got a whole crowd in his house for 17 days. So It's changing everything. And so we're going to actually deliver this class live stream. Buffini has said, we understand this is what you're dealing with right now. It will be live streamed out, so you don't have to come to class. You don't have to drive anywhere. But the content and the exercises and all the stuff in this class, it's $395 if you take it. It's tens of thousands if you don't take it. That's the way I look at it. It's going to cost you tens of thousands. Cost you 5 deals if you don't take this. That's $45,000 if you don't take it. And I'm only going to do it once this year. That's it. When we do this one, whoever comes. I'm not doing it again this year. You can do it again if you want to, but I'm not.
Well, I'm with you, Jimmy. We're partners, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that this is like the perfect time to do it also. You know, I mean, there's a pony under that poop, I always say. And this is a great time because we're at home. Everybody can come in on Zoom because we're going to Zoom it. And I think that we're going to hit record numbers. I want to do that for Buffini. I really do. I mean, how awesome would that be? And how great would everybody be equipped when this whole pandemic is over? Everybody's going to be so fired up, so ready to do all these things. And I always say we're going to do 12 months of real estate in the next 9 months or maybe 6 months, but this market's going to just go on fire. I just know it is. I just feel it. And I've been around long enough to have those feelings.
Yes, you have, and so have I. And there's some underlying facts that back up what you're saying, that the dynamics underlying this, that we've talked about them before, so I'm not going to go over them again. But I do want to just make one comment about this The Buffini training is all about reaching out to the people that you care about in your database and sending a consistent message of inspiration and facts and all that stuff that we've been covering here ever since we've been on this thing, just at least since I've been on the last couple weeks, few sessions. But I have to say, there's this gentleman, he's going down south to visit his family for Christmas. And he stops in this little bar. He needs to take a break, so he stops in this bar, and he's in the South, and the guy's got just a cute accent, and you know, he sits at the bar to get his beer, and he notices this nativity scene, and he says to the bartender, he says, you know, that's a really neat nativity scene. He said, yeah, we really celebrate the holidays around here. And he says, but I'm wondering, the three wise men they're wearing fire hats, and he says, what's up with that? And the bartender says, you must be a Yankee. He says, well, yeah, I'm from up north. Yeah, I am. He says, well, it's in the Bible. The three wise men came from afar.
Oh, that's a good one.
I tell you.
Oh, wow. That's good, Jimmy. You tell the best jokes. That's why everybody, you're going to love his classes when you can zoom in and see this. It's just going to be great that we can zoom in, see Jimmy, get 3 CE credits for being live, even though we're live on Zoom, not live in the classroom. I am so excited about all these things we're going to be able to do. And this pony under the poop is forcing everybody to do it.
And if you don't learn how to do an APOD right now, when the investors hit the market, you're going to have to learn then. You might as well learn it now.
Right.
The investors are coming. Are coming.
Oh my God, yes, they are. And Dr. Young said in an email to Buffini last Friday that we have a housing shortage, and the millennials are coming into the market, and that's the other reason to get techie, because they love this stuff. They love the Zooming and the things that we're going to teach you how to do. They love it. So anyway, so the millennials are coming into the market. The interest rates are still going to be low. The prices are going to start edging up. Jung says by the end of the year, or let's say that 6 months from the time that we get out of this barn we're in. But you know what I'm saying? So I'm just really excited to see what's going to happen. And I just want everybody to be able to embrace the technology and talk investor talk. And we're going to do that on Monday. And the more you learn, the more you earn. And I'm just so excited, Jimmy. I don't know what to do.
So our class is from 10 to 1. So are we still going to do the Be Live stream at 9 o'clock on Monday?
Yes, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
you want to be
yes.
consistent? Oh my goodness. Okay.
We're going to do it.
Okay.
Yes, we're going to do it.
I'm looking forward to some more guests. So, you know,
okay.
Like Mike Rossman, he's been doing this a long time, and he probably has a nice perspective on this. And Cammie's been on our things. I know you had Karen on and Aaron, and but there's people that are watching this that I would like to see what they have to say about their prognostication based on all the information that they're seeing.
Well, let's do that. Let's see if I can't get a guest on for tomorrow. I mean, all you got to do is click on the link. You come into the lobby. We boost you up there. All you have to do is click on the link, and you're here with us. And everybody's seeing you and listening to what you have to say. And
what a nice message for you to send out to your clients. Listen, I was requested to be on a show the other day, and we talked about the market. And here's a couple of ideas I picked up. Yeah. The fact that you were asked to be on this show, that elevates you in their eyes as a professional. There's notoriety, and there's a value of celebrity. Yeah. Being on the show is a big deal.
Yes, I know that Erin Mills yesterday, she put it on her stories. She shouted out on her stories. She said, watch me on Ruthie Rocks tomorrow at 9 a.m. And she so everybody watched her. And I'll guarantee you, she got a lot of accolades for doing that, and a lot of exposure to her clients. And if we keep rolling with those types of things, and you all do this to your stories, eventually it's going to get some traction, and then you're going to get some business.
Well, and
help people. I always say you're going to get business, but I'm sorry, Jimmy. No. This business is helping people, which that's what I love. When I was selling real estate, I fell in love with my clients. I just did. And I just loved seeing them so happy because we found the right home for them, or they found the right home. I just facilitated it.
Well, there's definitely a psychology behind the power of expertise. We look for experts because they're a shortcut, and being on the show elevates you to the level of an expert. And good for Erin. I mean, that's brilliant for her to put that out there. And anybody that wants to get on, let's see, how much are you going to charge them to get on, Ruthie?
It's free.
Oh, okay, okay.
I know that's everybody. My husband, Kane, everybody says, why do you give everything away for free? Because I want to. Makes me feel good.
Well, and you and I both learn on this. We learn from our guests. We learn from the questions they ask in the chat. I mean, we do this, and I learn something every session. Every session, I take notes. I take notes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I got a text last night at 11 o'clock from one of my property managers saying, oh my gosh, can I not show properties anymore? You know, he was just beside himself. And I, because of technology, I could get right back to him and say, don't worry, we'll figure this out. You know, I'll be back to you in the morning, because I hadn't seen the news yet. And so the first thing I did this morning was get back to him and tell him, well, you can still do vacant homes. You can still do FaceTimes. There's other ways around it. But, you know, people panic all of a sudden and I understand, you know, all of a sudden when you can't do business like you're normally used to doing it. And I was all jazzed about, you know, being able to show people properties in this time, because I thought they're really serious. Mm-hmm. And I think you mentioned that too. Right. In fact, I probably heard it there. but, you know, and then all of a sudden that's taken away from us, because those buyers were serious buyers if they were going out at this point in time.
Yeah, there's a difference between we'll somebody shopping and somebody buying. Somebody's shopping, they're shopping, but when they call and say, I want to buy a house, that's different than I want to look at some houses. Different psychology. Yeah. I have one thing to leave us with, if that's okay, if you're ready. Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah.
This man and this woman, Ma and Pa, have been married for 10 years. This one morning they're having coffee together, and she looks over him. She says, Pa, you know, how come you never tell me that you love me? He says, Ma, I told you I loved you 10 years ago when we got married. If it changes, I'll let you know. So we got to tell them we love them. This is how we do it. We got to reach out to them and we got to say, look, I love you. If we don't pay attention for them for 10 years, they're going to wonder if we love them.
That's right. That's right. And if you drop this technology on them and show them what you can do, they're going to say, gee, I've got one of the best real estate agents in Las Vegas. Yep. And we are the best. They're the cream of the crop.
You got to be tech savvy. To elevate yourself, you got to be tech savvy. And this proves to them that you don't have to tell them, you just show them.
Right, right. And I can't wait. We're going to have guests on from now on. And anybody who, is brave enough will reach out to you, and we'll get maybe Mike Rossman on. And I just want to shout out to Karen Cachero. She's so loyal to us. And so we got Cami.
Yeah.
Right? We've got Karen Cachero. We have Betti Russo. I love Betti. You're too sweet to me. And then we have Robin Johnson. Hi, Robin. So look how pretty she is. And then Stacy's been with me, my heavens, since 2001 or 2, I think. And she's a doll. And then there's Cami again saying hey to Bobbie and Marie. So thank you, everybody. And I guess we better go.
I'm going to buy some Aztec Secret right now.
Okay. Yes. Get a facelift.
All right. Thanks.
Bye, everybody. We love you.